Hello everyone. I completely forgot to change like my mic settings, and because there's like nobody here, because there was like nobody here, then like I just nobody said anything, and then I didn't know what was going on. Oh shit! It's a good thing I remembered when I did instead of like right at the end. Like, how long have we been going for? We've been going for what, like maybe about like 10 minutes, so it's not that bad really, I suppose. I think it's time for the Kingpin though. Or maybe Super Nanny. We're gonna go with Super Nanny and show off this new Earthquake ability. Going to put Alistar on the naughty step. No, Alistar, you do not Gigantamax your Gengar. Now you go to the naughty step for 5 minutes, and you do not move. You do not talk to Mummy that way. Max Quake! I read it on a hairdryer. What was I saying? Like, now I'm completely off kilter because there was all this stuff I was talking about. You even missed my whole joke about, like, when Super Nanny learned Earthquake, about her stomping into the house like Mecha Streisand. Oh my god, I don't know what I'm going to do with that. Anyway, we're here in the championship semi-final in Galar for potentially the end of Pokemon Shield's the Zodiac Age. It's really strange streaming at this time. I don't think I've ever streamed at this time of the morning. It's like 9 AM. It's like 20 past 9 or something like that. And yeah, we're here to close this one out. What I was talking about, like when I realized that I didn't have like my sources set up correctly, was that, like, it's kind of cool playing Pokemon Shield at this time of year, like in September, looking at it being like the 1st of September now, because that was like the time when, like, the 1st of September, like September was the time when I started Let's Playing again in 2020 with Pokemon Shield. Now that was like, that would have been like, I think it was September 13th when I uploaded like the first part of Let's Play Pokemon Shield, I think. Yeah, Challenger Zodiac has done it again. Yeah, you're going on the naughty step, Alistar. Super Nanny schooled you. Like, when I stopped Let's Playing at that time, like when I stopped Let's Playing after Final Fantasy X, oh, it's Raihan. He's bringing Sexy back. Like, I think it was because it was just too difficult to, like, balance having and being able to enjoy Let's Playing as well as what was happening in my life, like, in terms of, like, work and also, like, buying this house and all of this kind of... It was just, like, too much, and I don't think I realized it at the time. Like, obviously I realized something because I stopped Let's Playing, but I think that was more so because I just, like, wasn't enjoying doing it. Because it was too difficult to, balance my time with everything, you know? I was also, like, I was in a relationship, like, that I'd only been in for less than a year, so then you're trying to focus on that as well, you know? And now things have just kind of settled down a little bit, which is good, you know? It gives me more time to be able to really prioritize different things and what I want to be focusing on, you know, and balance everything. And Let's Play is like a really important outlet for me, like in terms of a hobby. Like, I have lots of like little mini hobbies, you know, but I'm not really like into any one like full blast, you know, which I think is okay as well, to be honest. Now, what do we want to lead with in terms of Raihan? I don't even know what he uses. I don't think it's a double battle, is it? Like, I don't think it's a double toil and trouble battle. Let me just check, actually. Any excuse to Google Raihan, right? That's what... Jesus. What was I saying? I was talking about, like, stopping Let's Play. Okay, he has, like, the Torkoal first, okay. Well, look, we can take care of that. That's pretty straightforward. I suppose against that, like, the problem is Myrtle's, like, water attack is, like, a physical attack, isn't it? Well, the problem is, like, all of my attacks are physical attacks, aren't they? Is the real problem here. Like, I think we need Myrtle. I think we go with... I think we bring Trunchbull just in case, like, to be honest. To be honest, like, Boomer the dog isn't going to be very useful in this one, really, you know? So I think we can dispense with that. I think, to be honest, I'd like to go with Ixion here for this one. Now, can I just take this? I gave everyone held items as well, so I think let's just see how this one goes. We'll just get stuck into it. At least I'm commentating now for this one, not like the battle against Alistar. Oh, sorry, I need to text my mom back. You watch the eye candy for a second. Yeah, I really am something else. You haven't even seen everything I can do yet. You might be thinking that you beat me off already, but if you think I'm the same Raihan you faced during the gym challenge, you'll regret it. This guy is just so cool. I almost like that like the non-champion is even cooler than the actual champion. Like, Leon is cool or whatever, but like Raihan just has that big dick energy that Leon doesn't have. Sorry, Conan. I know that's like the Venn diagram that divides us or whatever. But there's just something about like Raihan's attitude and the way the character... Like, everything about this character is cool. Like, the character design, the animation, the attitude, but he's still a nice guy. He's like that really cool kind of character that's got attitude but is still a nice guy, if you know what I mean. And that's kind of really hard to pull off effectively, I think. Uh-oh. This is not great. This reminds me of my, like, Sundance team that I had. I was just gonna say the one saving grace is that this thing's, like, special attack is probably BS. But the, this reminds me of, like, my Sundance team, like, the Sunny Day team that I had. Where I had, like... Well, no, I had Houndoom, but I had, like, a Victory Bell that had Weather Ball. That was, like, my like, favorite... What? He avoided it? He avoided whole horsepower? This is not going well right now. No! Ixion. How did a tortoise avoid the whole horsepower? How does this happen? This has never happened before. Okay, what do we do now? Thunderfang, Head Smash. I don't want to be, like, using Head Smash right out of the box and then... Like, we're faster than this thing, aren't we, Super Nanny? You are faster than this stupid turtle. I'm gonna kick you like Homer Simpson kicks that one turtle just, like, over the horizon, and you're gonna like it. Yes. You do not talk to your mummy and daddy that way. Earthquake. Oh my god, it's the kaiju Super Nanny is coming to get us. Oh, poor Ixion. The Turtonator. Jesus Christ. The Turtonator. Are you serious? Yeah, I'm gonna switch my Pokemon. I'm gonna go to the Trunchbull. I'm gonna like gamble on him using that, like, if I bring out a fairy Pokemon that's immune to dragon type attacks, I'm going to gamble that he'll use that Shell Trap ability. That shell trap move. Oh my god, how big is this thing? Snorlax is small and you're big. Isn't there any justice in the world? I might as well use one of my max revives. I don't really have that many more battles to use them in. I don't think there are even like 8 battles left in the game. Yes! Take it. And the sunlight faded. Nice one. Okay, that gamble paid off. Now it's time to... Okay, so how does that shell trap even work? Does it only work if it's like... if it's a physical attack? Like if I use play rough, will it trigger the... I think it works if it's a physical attack. So I'm gonna try Hyper Voice for now. No, it did. Okay, that's what it is. I knew that it was something like that. I need to like warm up my voice. I've got all this mucus in my sinuses, right, waiting to spoil my day. I've got to go like me. Do re mi fa sol la ti do. I'm already countering it right now. I'm just using hyper voice on your stupid turtle. My cup's bigger. My cup's a turtle. My drink tastes better. Anakitten, Kingpin, everyone's leveling up here. Kingpin wants to learn Double Edge. No, why would I learn Double Edge when I already have Head Smash? Okay, Goodra. Okay, Jubri. What do we want to do against this guy? Goodra is just like straight up Dragon type in this game, right? So, it probably has something that's gonna counter my Fairy type Pokemon. But see, I don't want to. All of my other Pokemon are weak against water, right? So I've got to be like conscious of that as well. I think let's. Do we give Myrtle a go? I'd prefer, do you know what? I'd prefer to like keep Trunchbull out for now at least. I love this Pokemon, by the way. This Pokemon has such like a good design. Goodra. Like Jubri. What's your name? My name's Goodra. Alright, Goodra. It doesn't really work as well. Raihan's making it rain here, as usual. Okay, so if we can get, like, one more play rough off. Nice one. Oh my god, Trunchbull is, like, kicking ass and taking names. Superpower? No, I don't like that. I think I'm gonna stick with I thought Ixion body press off screen actually. Will I switch my Pokemon? I think this is like an Ice Shard opportunity, isn't it? I think. Maybe. Or is it like a Myrtle? I think it's like a... Or is it a Kingpin? I think we'll go with Ice Shard. We'll see what happens. We might even get like a critical hit or flinch it or something like that. You never know. Oh, I should have given Super Nanny that one that might make the opponent flinch. Like, I gave them all items, like the Razor Claw and the Razor Fang. I can't remember which one does which. I think the Fang makes them flinch. But I should have given, like, Super Nanny the one that makes them flinch. Because then with like my priority Ice Shard, I always have like the possibility that then I might flinch the other Pokemon. Or I could just kill it outright with a power 40 attack. Oh my god, Super Nanny, you are like quickly becoming like a star player. Not that you weren't before. Okay, this is like the tough one because like... This is the tough one because it's the one with like the awful typing that makes everything more difficult. I feel like going with Ixion. Or do I stick with Super Nanny? Do you know what? I'm gonna stick with Super Nanny for now. I can always, like, switch back into Ixion later. I do realize you're great, Raihan. I never stop singing your praises. Ask anyone. This is also a cool Pokemon design, I have to say. So do I Dynamax now, and do I use Max Quake? I think we do. Like, why not, you know? There is a chance that we're faster than this thing. Oh my god. He's just so cool. Like, he's so much cooler than Leon. He's got so much more attitude, so much more style. Without being an asshole, you know? That's a hard thing to do. It's hard to, like, make a cool character that's like, got that kind of attitude without being a prick, you know? Or without being, like, arrogant. Super Nanny walking into your parents' house like... Oh my god. Okay, this is what I was worried about, was Max Knuckle. That did jack shit. What the hell? It powered up its attack though. Oh yeah, this is a special attacking Pokemon. No wonder. Isn't it? Like, I think we can definitely survive another one of those, like, Max Knuckle things. And Super Nanny is just, like... Between Super Nanny and Trunchbull, we just like, showed Raihan who the real boss is. He's gonna be in our house wearing a collar after this one. So next, don't we have all of that Chairman Rose garbage? We have all of the story garbage next, don't we? And I call it garbage because it is, that's just what it is. It's just garbage. It's just garbage. Like, I wish that, like, we didn't have that. I know I've said this 500 times, but... Even in defeat, he's hot. I know I've said this 5,000 times before, but, like... Oh my god, Myrtle is evolving! Before I met her, she was just Myrtle, and she was still alive. Oh, she's so beautiful. Look how beautiful she is. Let's see what we do. So it's known as the Sea Incarnate. Okay, cool. Hurricane. Okay, so this might be very, very tempting. Let's have a look at this. So it's basically it's basically thunder, but flying type attack, right? It's very tempting. Like, I feel like I need Thunder Wave, that's my problem, and I also feel like I need any type of water type attack is my other big problem, right? Like, to be honest, I can't see myself using Hurricane. One, because of the accuracy, two, because, like, the flying type probably isn't going to be very useful. Because, what, Chairman Rose has, like, steel type attacks, Zacian, Zamazenta, they're both, like, steel type Pokemon, aren't they? And then, like, Leon as well. My lovely Pokemon and I have become much stronger than we were before, but you just blew right past us. Yeah, you are pretty young yourself. Raihan. Raihan is, like, very, very clearly in that kind of zaddy bracket. Like, the ultimate. Sorry, this mucus in my sinuses just refuses to go anywhere. It's not coming out, wanting to come out of my nose. It's not wanting to, like, go down the other way. towards my esophagus. It just doesn't want to go anywhere except stay here, pissing me off every time I try to breathe. Oh, Hop, how are you doing? I guess you just had to come in here and vicariously experience what it's like to be cool through me. I'm so cool, I have a jersey that says ask upside down with a question mark. It is easy picking sides. You're mine. I'm the boss around here. Yeah. Of course cheer for Zodiac. Oh, hello there. How are you doing today? So yeah, I think, like, as I was saying, like, earlier, but then I got distracted by battling or whatever. Like, when... Yeah, now is all that Chairman Rose garbage that happens. But what is going to be, like, our... Yeah, like, we're not even going fighting Leon yet, so we can just go ahead with our current party, can't we? Like, that time when I, like, stopped Let's Playing, I think at the time it was just, I couldn't, like, balance enjoying everything. Now everything's, like, settled down. It's, like, really cool to be playing this, like, the finale of this game in September now, considering it was September when I started my Pokemon Shield Let's Play. You're not as cool as Raihan, and you never will be. Just get over it. There's something kind of just, like, a little bit, like... It's like he's too nice. That's my problem with Leon. He's just, like, too much of a nice person, you know? He has no edge. That's it. He's just too much of a straight edge. That's the problem. We're not even battling yet. But, yeah, like, at the time, it was just, like, at the time it was just too much, so now that everything's a little bit balanced, I'm glad that I'm able to just, like, enjoy doing... I'm glad that I'm just able to enjoy doing this, as well as, like, being able to have, like, everything, like, going quite well in life at the moment, you know? What more do you want at the end of the day, you know? And I was really happy to start Let's Playing again in that time in, like, autumn 2020. Like, I was really, really happy to be able to consistently record again. And I've done, like, some of the Let's Plays that I've done since then. I'm just going to talk over this because this story is not, like, this story garbage doesn't deserve, like, the airtime, right? That looked like it said Oglop on the left-hand side on, like, the advertising. But yeah, like, some of the Let's Plays that I did since then have been, like, some of my favorites. Like, now that I think back on it, like, it's only been, like, 2 years. Oh my god, has it been, like, 2 years? It's totally been, like, 2 years since I came back, like, recording again. Like, which is really, really crazy to think about. But like, some of the Let's Plays I've done since then, like, I loved Let's Playing this the first time. Twilight Princess, like, it's, like, Twilight Princess, like, looking back on that, like, as a Let's Play that I did. Like, when I think about that Let's Play, it almost feels like something I did, like, 10 years ago. Like, it feels like something I did, like, back, like, almost, like, in 2013 or something like that, you know? For some reason, there's something, like, and I mean that in a really good way, because I think, like, that was the time when I was really in, why don't I have an option to just be like, what, suit yourself? The statue of the hero. Here's Hop, like, inserting himself into the plot again. The plot, like, why can't we just let Hop do this? I'll just wait here. I'll just be doing the après-ski. In the slumbering wheels. Oh, we do get to hear this music, though. I'm gonna turn up the... I'm gonna turn up the game audio for this, because this does deserve the airtime. The music in the Slumbering Weald. It's just like that one little riff, like the string riff that goes like da 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 da. It's just, I don't know what it is that gets me about it. Oh, it's Professor Sonia. How did you forget about it? I forgot about the championship match. But yeah, like I think that time, like when I was Let's Playing in like 2011, 12, and like the beginning of 13, that was like the time when like I was probably like enjoying Let's Play the most, right? So like to say that Twilight Princess, that Let's Play I did, feels like something that I did back then. I mean that really positively, because I really enjoyed doing it. Like I enjoyed it so much. And I definitely think like this like new, like these new Let's Plays I've been doing since then, like they're just, I've been enjoying them a whole bunch. Like with like Sonic Adventure was another one that I really enjoyed doing. Trying to think what were the other series that I did. I had like the big ones were Twilight Princess and Pokemon Shield. I suppose that Mario Odyssey now has been another big one. I think like Final Fantasy V and Mario Odyssey have been a little bit tough because like because like in the middle of that, like my whole kind of life schedule and routine pretty much like turned on its head. I don't care about the Darkest Day, I just want the Shield Pokemon. Oh my god, technically, isn't like the Shield, isn't like Zamazenta a dog? So couldn't we like use Zamazenta as our dog Pokemon? It's a crazy idea, but I've never done it before, so it might be fun. I've never actually used the legendary Pokemon in any of these games, so since this is the dog game, it might be cool to actually use Zamazenta as our dog for a little bit, you know? But, what was I saying? I was trying to think of, like, the other... Oh, yeah, no, Mario Odyssey and Final Fantasy V, like, I found, like, that like, the fact that my routine got turned upside down in the, like, during those Let's Plays was kind of, like, a little bit tough, because I haven't had as much time to consistently record. But, like, now this week that I've been off, where I've been recording a lot, like, I've been recording every day. Like, I did a lot of Odyssey and a lot of Final Fantasy V, and I've been enjoying like recording them so much these last couple of days, and I think it's because I'm not kind of, again, it's not something that I have like a responsibility to fit into whatever time I have available, right? It's now like something that it's something that like it's something that like I just had the time to be able to focus on enjoying, you know. So I think that's like one of the reasons why like I'm making sure to record as much as possible. Like, believe it or not, like in Mario Odyssey, I've recorded yesterday. I've recorded up to having every single moon except the darker side. So pretty much, depending on how long this stream takes, we're going to head on. I'm going to be recording the finale of I'm going to be recording the finale of Pokemon, of Mario Odyssey today. At least I'll be trying, you know. What? I didn't want to fight you. I'll at least be trying, you know. So, like, that's how much I've been able to record. And it doesn't even feel like it's been a chore recording that much, if you know what I mean. That was a critical hit. But, so yeah, I think the other good thing has been that, like, oh my god, just let me get away from you. The other good thing about, like, recording that much, like, now is that, like, when those, for at least a while, you know, it kind of gives me a head start, which means that, like, the next time I have time to record, I'm not feeling like, oh, I'm against the clock, you know, with this. Yeah, why didn't you just do that at the very start, you know, and save us all, like, 3 turns of misery? Misery, misery, misery. Ooh, the life orb. Ooh, that's tempting. That's really, really tempting. Just in terms of, like, potentially just having it on a Pokemon that, well, in terms of my, like, playing style where I just don't give a shit, right? In terms of my playing style, which is just, like, the all-out offensive with whatever Pokemon I have, you know? The Misty strat. Okay, so is there anything around here? Oh, this music! This, like, Slumbering Weald has such good music. And, like, what I love is, like, the callback. What the hell? Jesus, I just, like, came around the corner and saw you. I never knew love before, then came you. But yeah, it means that, like, when I have, like, my chances to record now coming up over the next while. Phantom Force. Oh yeah, so it's pretty much like dive, but ghost attack. Okay. The, I won't be feeling like, oh, I have to, like, record right away, or else I'll be, like, without videos or something like that. It more so, like, means that, it more so just means that, like, I'll have, like, a lot of videos in reserve. I'll have, like, a lot of videos in reserve that I should, like, sort these by type. I'll have, like, a lot of videos in reserve that I'll just be able to, that I won't feel under as much pressure to just record, if you know what I mean. Trying to think what were the others. Oh, it was Katamari I did as well. There were, like, those smaller little ones like Katamari. Sonic Adventure, I suppose, is, like, one of those, like, mid-size LPs. I think, like, on the scale of, like, Let's Plays that I've been doing over the past 2 years. I suppose you have, like, as I say, Shield, Twilight Princess, and Odyssey are, like, up there at the tippy top as, like, the... I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna, like, look at my channel playlist, just so that I'm not, like, forgetting anything here. But I think those would be, like, the big ones, really, wouldn't they? Yeah, like, if I look at this... Pokemon Shield, Twilight Princess. Oh my god, how the fuck could I forget the Pokemon Platinum, like, Let's Play? How did I forget that? That was another huge one. Oh my god, I enjoyed doing that so much. I don't know how I could have forgotten that one. The bug catcher run, like the bug solo type run of Pokemon Platinum that I did. That was so brilliant. Like, that was another Let's Play that, like, I enjoyed that so much. It really felt like good old times or that kind of way. And I think people enjoyed it as well, you know? So, like, I think like on this, that would be another, like, big one because it went to, like, 60 parts or something like that. So, like, Pokemon Platinum, Pokemon Shield, Twilight Princess, and Odyssey would be, like, the big ones, like, the long projects. And then I suppose on, like, the smaller end of things, I did do things like Katamari, like even Sonic Generations was a short LP as well. That was something like 10 parts or something. And then, and Bloodstained I did as well. So, like, there's, like, some of those shorter Let's Plays. I suppose then you have the stuff that comes in the middle, like Sonic Adventure and Kirby's Adventure Wii and things like that. Like, Final Fantasy V will probably end up being something like 50-something parts, I think. It depends, like, but that's kind of what I'm expecting. I have, like, no, like, reservations about just, like, talking over the garbage plot here, because it's, like, the worst part of this game. Like, here I am, I'm all geared up to do the championship and the Elite Four and everything like that, and then it's just like, oh, wait, hang on a second, stop, rewind. We need to finish the story first. It's like I adore this game. Like, I think every Pokemon game nowadays is divisive for no reason. This is, like, my take on this anyway, is I feel like, look how cool I look back there in the background. But, like, I think every Pokemon game is divisive now, you know? Because I think no matter what happens with a Pokemon game, you're going to have the people who just want to find fault with it, if you know what I mean. Which I don't really subscribe to that way of thinking, because I think it just prevents you from enjoying things. It's almost like the way that that's the kind of thinking that I suppose I had back when I was like in my early 20s or whatever. Like, I think everyone has that way of thinking to a certain extent back then. Not everyone, maybe, but it's like, I think if you're in your early 20s, you kind of start becoming more critical of things, just because your critical thinking skills start to develop more, you know? So it's just like, and then later in life you find a little bit more balance and stop taking yourself too seriously, you know? I'm gonna take the shield. But the, what was I saying? Oh yeah, it's almost like, remember I was talking about like the Lorax and like Rise of the Guardians and all this kind of stuff, and I was like, all of those films that I just like wrote off back at that time because I was like in my early 20s, and I was like, oh well, I'm too good for that stuff, you know, they're just stupid, that's just stupid crap, you know? So I think like that kind of attitude of, you know, you have to find fault with something, you have to find something to critique because like, because it means that you're actually, it's like because you're like trying to prove to other people that you're thinking more critically about things. I think like that kind of, especially with Pokemon now, because it has such a wide audience, from like young to old across the entire globe, like both casual and serious. Like I think there's like hardly any other series that has, like any other franchise that has the same breadth of enjoyers. I think like Mario Kart would probably be like another one, or Minecraft, I suppose. But like in terms of like how like how global Pokemon is, how like age encompassing it is, how there are like professional tournaments as well as just like 6-year-old kids just enjoying playing the game. Oh wait a second, do I have to fight Hop now? I wasn't like paying attention to what was happening. Yeah, let's go. I was like, do I have to fight Hop now? No, it's not until later that we fight him, right? It's not until, like, I don't think we actually have to fight him anymore. We fight him, like, at the end of the game if we want, in the post-game. There, in the Slumbering Weald. Or we fight him in, like, the Galarian Star Tournament. But yeah, I think, like, every Pokemon game is bound to be divisive, at least if you just pay attention to the internet discourse. And I think, like, the things that people found fault with in this game were really nitpicky things. Like, I think really, do you in order to enjoy the game, do you really need to have every single Pokemon in it? I don't think so. And like a lot of the people that were complaining about this weren't even the kind of people who do just kind of like to, let's say, play competitively or breed Pokemon or whatever, you know? So I think that was like a really good example of something like, okay, you're choosing a hill to die on that doesn't actually necessarily directly influence your ability to enjoy the game or not, you know? But I think outside of that, like, this game is really cool. Like, the wild area is like think about like having the wild area and like the max raid battles compared to what wasn't in Pokemon games before. And all of a sudden it seems amazing, you know? Like, appreciate that, because that's something that does directly influence your enjoyment of the game, you know? The 2 DLCs that came out, I thought they were really, really good from just a content point of view. As I say, like, the main thing that I kind of like poo-poo about Sword and Shield is anything that's kind of like story driven, because I really feel like the story with this whole like Darkest Day thing and Chairman Rose and Eternatus and all of that nonsense is really purely included just for the sake of having some story in there, you know? Like, it's not really, there's no other reason to have it in there other than that, you know? Oh, it's Gwyneth Paltrow. My Pokemon suddenly Dynamaxed. So there's a Garbodor just like running amok in the stadium. Oh my god. But yeah, this whole story thing, I think the only thing this story ever does is break up the momentum of the game. Like, there are so many points where you're just like, oh yay, we're going to go enjoy, or we're enjoying our like champion journey, and it just seems to break it up. Again, like I've said this before, but I think like Sun and Moon, of like like a lot of the Pokemon games, they're like the ones that I think did a great job of balancing like the storyline as well as like the goal of becoming champion, which should be like the goal of any main series Pokemon game. I think, like, I think Sun and Moon did a fantastic job at that. The whole storyline with I think Team Skull are a really good villain team. Like, they're it's just like kind of Team Rocket back all over again. Guzma is a really cool character. All of the various like island chiefs have a load of personality, which like the gym leaders have in this as well, to be fair, you know. I want to check something. Do I have like Pokeballs? That's one thing I'm glad I'm checking. I have like a load of like random stuff. Do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go and like buy some Ultra Balls, just because it might be cool just to like let Boomer the dog kind of take a bit of a rest, and if we do catch Zamazenta, we do get the chance to catch Zamazenta now, don't we? That is what happens. Or do we not get the chance to do that yet? Isn't it like Eternatus is the Pokemon we get the chance to catch now? Why am I buying 50 of them? How much money do I have? Do you know what? I might as well buy 50 of them if I have like 240,000 Poké Dollars. I can't remember like I know there's like there's stuff that I get confused about, because don't you end up fighting Zacian in this, even though Zacian is the one from like the other game? I have no idea. And then Hop has Zacian as well. It's just bizarre. Anyway, we'll see what happens. But yeah, like the only thing the story seems to do in this game is just like disrupt your enjoyment of the game. That's pretty much all that happens here. Okay, wait a second. What are we doing here? He is like the steel type Pokemon, right? Is Chairman Rose. So I think we do take out Boomer the dog instead of Trunchbull, and we take out Big Cock instead of Kingpin, because Kingpin isn't going to be able to do much here. I think we give... So Scope Lens, I think that's the critical hit one. So you have the one that does critical hit, and you have the one that flinches. I'm totally swapping this around because Ice Shard Flinch might be really, really cool. And then Soft Sand. Okay, so wait a second. What attacks do you have? Aerial Ace, Blaze Kick, Close Combat Coaching. We might as well just leave that as is then. But yeah, I think like Sun and Moon do a really fantastic job of, you never really lose sight that your main goal is like becoming the champion, but at the same time the story just seems to be there kind of going on. So like Sun and Moon really reminded me a lot of playing like Gold and Silver, where like or Gold, Silver, Crystal, where like there is this story going on that's interesting, you know, like there's this story going on that's kind of interesting. For example, like in Gold, Silver, Crystal, it'd be like how like Team Rocket are wanting to use the radio tower, and they want to be able to drive Pokemon crazy, and all of this kind of stuff. Like that is going on the whole time in the background. But it stays there, it stays in the background, and it never like really conflicts or overpowers like what your main goal is, which is becoming the champion, you know? And I think like Sun and Moon really do that well as well, you know? It never really feels like those two things are in conflict. They really exist very well like side by side. Whereas like in this game, I feel like the story never really, anytime the story comes into it, it always just feels like it's muscling in on the it always just feels like it's muscling in on what's happening with the plot, with you becoming champion, I guess, which is just unfortunate. Now, this is a bug type Pokemon, right? Bug and Steel. I should have led with Big Cock. I should have opened with Big Cock. So not, like, the thing is, I am, like, the Ixion does have good defense, so I'm not, like, that scared of that, you know? What is up with this, like, Sephiroth-style music as well? This is insane. What the fuck was that? Mega Horn? Is that what that was? Okay, that was not great. I think we go with, like, Big Cock already. Just to, like, get a good, like, get some, like, good headway. Okay, I was hoping that I would be able to bait, like, that I'd be able to bait, like, the full restore or the max potion or whatever at that point. Okay, we're 1 for 1, Chairman Rose. Okay, this is where I should have been using Ixion here, is against this thing. But I think what we might do is we might just try to just keep Big Cock going. And just stick with Blaze Kick. And hope that that does what we need it to do. We can always go with, like, close combat then later on. But, like, the speed boost is going to be really useful. The fact that my speed will just keep going higher and higher and higher and higher is going to be really handy here. Ferrothorn, like, whatever. Like, let's not forget the fact that I'm over-leveled here as well, I guess. I'm probably switch to something else soon because this is just like the perfect example of how much, like, disrespect I have for the disrespect I have for this game's, like, Chairman Rose storyline. Berserker, whatever. Like, what does this do again? Lowers defense and special defense stats? Whatever. We'll just stick with Big Cock here. I think that's what we're gonna do. But yeah, like, I don't know. Like, if I think of, like, the story of this game, first of all, it just seems, like, completely added in. Like, just, like, you have this, like... They keep talking about this random stuff, and then, like... And then... Hey, Empolo, how are you doing? I know it's like 4 AM over there. It's like 10 AM over here. So it's also early. I've never streamed this early in my life. But the, what was I saying? Oh yeah, like the story of this game, like the whole, like, Darkest Day with the 2 dogs and all this kind of stuff. It's just, like, randomly inserted here and there. It always seems to do nothing except disturb the flow of the game, you know? That's all it ever, like, seems to do. And then, like, out of nowhere, like, right at the end, it's like, oh, by the way, I want to, like, do this Darkest Day thing. There's this thing called Eternatus, and I want to do that because, you know, we need to have a more energy efficient planet or something, the Kingdom of Galar or whatever. It's just like, and you interrupt my championship, you interrupt my victory, like my battle against the champion for that. That's what I think of you and your heffalump. Like, it just never seems like anything. The story, like, never seems anything except, like, obtrusive. It always just seems like it's just in the way, you know? Like, it's just, like, bothersome, if you get what I mean. And it's not interesting. Like, Chairman Rose, like, and I think that's the problem, is that, like, let's say, like, Chairman Rose doesn't, like, appear enough, I suppose, in any interesting capacity. Anytime he does appear, he's just like, oh yes, I'm the chairman, and then it's like, okay, bye, you know? So he never really has much personality, if you compare him to, like, let's say, the likes of like, even when you think Guzma is the villain, Guzma has, like, so much personality in Sun and Moon. Like, everybody loves him, you know? But this just seems, like, too heavy, you know? And it's, like, just comes out of nowhere. And you're just like, what the hell? And you just don't care. All you want to do is become the champion at this stage, you know? So I think, like, if you want, like, a game that's story-driven, that's a Pokemon game, like, I think Legends Arceus does, like, such a good job. Like Legends Arceus does such a fantastic job of it being clear what your goal is and what you're trying to do, you know, and that it's about, like, well, like, it's that the story is important, you know, and that's what you're following, you know, and the story never gets in the way of the gameplay there either. You can do as much gameplay as you want and then come back and whatever. But, like, it's a story-driven game, and you enjoy the story. You enjoy the cast of characters that are in it. They have a lot of personality. I have a lot of love for Legends Arceus, and I'd definitely consider Let's Playing it soon, you know, just because it's so good. Like, I think when Scarlet and Violet come out, and I'm remaining, like, 100% spoiler-free for these. Did he at least heal my Pokemon? No. Hop, you little bitch. Chairman Rose, can you heal my Pokemon? No, he's just like, here, you can use the elevator. Like, Scarlet and Violet, I'm staying, like, completely, like, spoiler-free for those. Hang on a second, I'm just going to heal up here. How do I have, like, 19 max potions and only 3? I think I just, like, didn't bother with hyper potions. I was just like, pff, I might as well just buy the max potions. Is my audio still, like, coming through okay? It looks like it. When I started this stream for, like, the first 10 minutes, I was talking and I hadn't, like, fixed my audio, so it was all completely off. I'm just going to switch to Myrtle so that I can get Thunder Wave off on this thing. And shouldn't I save, I guess? How are you doing anyway, Empolo? Are you, like, do you work this early? Are you working this early and that's why you're up at 4 a.m? Because I know you work some crazy hours sometimes. Here's this Pokemon that we just heard about right now, by the way. And here it is, and now it's in the story. And now we're supposed to care about it. Sorry, I'm probably not going to be Let's Playing this game again or streaming it, so I need to, like, take advantage of this time to, like, disparage how crummy and garbagey this story is. Well, I hope I hope the workday goes okay. To be honest, I'm, like, a fan of an early start. Like, I start normally when I'm working. Like, I'm off at the moment, but normally when I work, I do work, like, 6:30 to 3. 4:30 obviously is a lot earlier. You know, I'm not going to like, deny that. 4:30 is a lot earlier, but, like, I am a fan of, like, an early start now. I wasn't before. Before, I used to be, like, a big fan of, like, a late start. Like, because I used to like having time in the morning to kind of, like, get myself ready and, you know, be able to take my time, get set up for today, have a coffee, you know, and start work a little bit later, you know. But, like, now I'm a huge fan of an early start, and I love starting at 6:30. I usually get up at about 5, you know, have plenty of time to, again, get myself ready, and I usually walk to work then. I don't think we have to beat this thing right now, do we? Or even catch it. Well, I think we're forced to catch it later, aren't we? Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. They never really develop his character. He's just during the game, you're 100% right. Like during the game, he kind of just appears as a during the game, he kind of just like appears as almost like a Professor Oak character. He just shows up every now and then, you know, and he just like shows up every now and then all of a sudden he's supposed to be this super villain, you know. It's just like I don't get it. Whereas like at least in Sun and Moon, what's her name? The villainess in Sun and Moon, she shows up like throughout the game, and even though they're not really like overt about it, you always kind of get this impression that like, okay, there's something a little bit off here, you know, there's something that's not exactly right, you know. So I think that's like so then it completely lands when it's like, oh, they're actually like, and as well like her whole like setup, you know, her whole company, you kind of get this idea, or her institute or whatever it was, as well as kind of like the relationship that she has with her kids as well. Like they do a really good job at giving you this kind of impression that, you know, things aren't as kind of clean and neat as they seem with this person and her whole setup, you know. So then it just kind of works, you know. But like with this, you're 100% right. You either have to go the route of, okay, you see this person and they seem really nice, you know, and then all of a sudden out of and you might get some hints that they're bad, but you're not sure, and then you have like the twist. Or else they have to just be the villain, you know, them just being the nobody, and then all of a sudden they're a villain and all of this is happening. Like, they just don't do a good job at developing the story throughout the game. It just kind of shows up and kind of bothers you, and then you get to go back to having fun. Because like all of the championship aspects of this, like all of like the gym leader stuff and the all of like the gym leader stuff and everything like that is really fun, and all of the gym leaders have good personalities. Again, like I think the rivals that you have in this game really make it. Like the rivals that you have in this game. What? We can't use any moves. The rivals that you have in this game like really like make a huge difference, because like they're so well written. They have like good character development. Like all of them, like Hop, Bede, and Marnie, they're all kind of on the same journey as you know. Oh yeah, now we use the shield. They're all kind of on the same journey as you are to become the champion, but for their own reason. You know, you just want to become the champion because, you know, it'd be cool. Hop wants to become the champion because he has this kind of like obsession with being as good as or better than his older brother. And he learns kind of about himself and develops as a character during that process as well. Then you have like Marnie, who also wants to achieve great things like her brother, but also wants to kind of is representing her hometown. Like, I think that's really cool. Like, she's representing her hometown of Spikemouth and wanting to like put it on the map because it has a bad reputation, you know. And then Bede kind of just has that kind of inferiority complex thing going on as well, where he thinks he needs to be an asshole in order to be successful. That gets taken advantage of by Chairman Rose to a certain extent. And then he learns to be a better person by having a good influence in his life, which is the fairy type gym leader. Like, even that aspect of it, there's not enough like interaction between like Rose and Bede. Like, it feels like it doesn't make sense when it happens. Like, the stuff that's supposed to hint at like Rose being a bad guy, which is like the stuff that's supposed to hint at like Rose being the bad guy, which is like where he has Bede looking for the wishing stones or whatever. Like it seems like accidental. Like you almost just like believe, oh, what's going on here? You know, it doesn't really it seems just so like incidental, and that like this, it feels more like they're setting Bede up to be a bad guy than Chairman Rose, if you know what I mean. Like, it's just bizarre. Like, I don't get it, you know. So yeah, anyway, they're my thoughts on the plot. Like, again, like, while all of this could have been done like before you got to the championship, at least, you know. I don't know how they could have fitted this in before. Like, I think my solution to this would have just been to take it out. Like, I think just give us more... What the hell? Okay, that wasn't a great start. I think this battle is like almost like unlosable though, isn't it? Because like the Zacian and Zamazenta will pretty much like take the thing out, won't they? I think we go with, well, let's try Ixion, just in case like I can use high horsepower or whole horsepower. I should have brought Kingpin for this battle, is who I should have brought. That's who I should have. But yeah, I think like this battle is like almost like unlosable, just because like Zacian and Zamazenta will do so much damage with like Behemoth Bash and Behemoth Blade and the whole rest of it. Yeah, it's a really... yeah, that's 100% it. I think if they just, like, focused on that stuff more than on this story stuff, it would have been even better. Like, I think they did such a good job at the rivals. Like, if they had just, like, focused more on... If they had focused more on your interactions with Bede and Hop and Marnie and things like that. Even like Sonya, I really like Sonya as a character because you see her on her own journey as well. Like Sonya is trying to become successful too, you know, and is getting over her own kind of like feelings of inferiority, you know, and trying to find confidence in her ability and stuff. And like even all the gym leaders, I love how like the other gym leaders are kind of rivals to you as well, and to a certain extent, like they all have their own personality. Like as I say, I think Raihan is a fantastic character in terms of like being the rival to the champion, if you know what I mean. But like a friendly rivalry, you know, I think they do, like any of the stuff that they do surrounding like rivalry in this game, and like the way that the different trainers interact with each other just works so fantastically that I wish they had just like focused more on that instead of, and made that the foundation of the story. Like, you, don't get me wrong, you can include the story with the legendaries and with Eternatus and everything like that, but just base that on the foundation with the rivals, because that's so, and the other trainers and the gym leaders and things like that, because that's so much more interesting and effective than this whole Chairman Rose thing. Yeah, that's definitely it. Like the Isle of Armor isn't really story driven. Like the Isle of Armor is very like kind of battle driven. Like the Crown Tundra is very story driven, and it's really not great for it. Like the Crown Tundra, again, the story is awful. It is like so boring. It really kind of just like the plot just comes like kicking and gets dragged, kicking and screaming in like the Crown Tundra, and there's so much like unnecessary like back and forth, and now you have to go here and you need to check this out, you need to look at it, and then you need to go back, and then you need to talk to this person again. It is not fun at all, the storyline in the Crown Tundra. It is really, really bad. But what the DLCs do that I enjoy is that they just give me more wild area and more Pokemon, which I really appreciate and which I really enjoy. Oh my god, it's the double whole horsepower. So yeah, that I do enjoy that about the what do I catch it in? I need to catch it in a heavy ball because of my weight. I'm totally catching it in a heavy ball. I know you've been like going like hard on like playing a lot of Xenoblade at the moment because I've seen your updates on Twitter. I feel like Xenoblade, like when I played it, like my history with Xenoblade is that I played Xenoblade Chronicles on the, or no, like I played Xenoblade on the Wii, like the first one that was released. Like I played that on the Wii, and my problem with it was that I didn't have a problem with the game per se because it was fantastic. It was so good. I liked the battling in it. I liked the characters. I loved the environments. I loved everything about it. My problem was that like it was so big that when I kind of inevitably ended up not being able to, when I inevitably ended up kind of needing to take a break from it, I found it really hard to come back to, because I couldn't remember how the battle system worked. I couldn't remember what was going on, where I was going. So I found it really hard to get back into when inevitably, as happens, you know, I needed to take a break from it for a while, and then I just kind of stopped playing it and felt like I needed to like start it again. Almost like the same as Final Fantasy 12, like the same thing where like if I come back to that game, I need to work really hard in order to like get back into the style of play. Like one game that wasn't like that I loved was like Octopath Traveler. I felt like Octopath Traveler was like perfect for me in terms of someone who very regularly stops playing something for quite some time and then comes back to it, because it's all these kind of like mini stories, and the play system is so kind of like easy, like not easy but like kind of good to understand and digestible, that I never felt like it was very hard to like slip back into it, you know. I think you'd love Octopath Traveler. Like I think you'd really, really like it. Like it's so good. Again, it doesn't try to make a big story when there doesn't have to be one. What I like about Octopath Traveler is that you just have each of these little mini, like each character has their own kind of story that they're working on. And they're not kind of high drama, you know, they're just kind of trying to follow their own goal, you know, so they're not really like it's not kind of too much of a good thing, you know. You're just kind of able to enjoy enjoy playing the game, you know. Now I will say that as far as I know now, I haven't done like the post game stuff like when what I've done is I've beaten each of the 8 characters' stories in Octopath Traveler, but I haven't done like the final chapter or whatever. As far as I know, if you actually talk to a lot of the NPCs and read like a lot of the lore that's in the game, which is a lot, you know, actually each of the 8 characters' stories do actually tie in with each other toward to the overarching kind of like what is happening in the game, but in a way that like is very kind of, you know, doesn't feel labored, I guess. So like that is quite good, and it's just like it's a fun game. Like any game that has a job system, I'm happy. And this game and Octopath does, like it does have like each character is very much kind of has their own, is kind of emblematic of a job and a playing style, but also each character has a certain sort of like element that makes using them unique, you know. Do I not get my dog? Where's my dog? When do I get to fight the dog? Are we doing like the final champion thing? We're fighting him now? I thought we got a dog. I thought we get to fight the dog first. When do I get to get my dog? You can just get out of here. You can go over here with the other with the other trash. When do I get to get the dog? Let's have a look here. Now I'm confused. Zamazenta. So hang on a sec. I don't even so I don't even get to get like the by the end of the game I don't even get to get the Pokemon that's the mascot of the game. Tower Summit. Energy Plant, Tower Summit, Pokemon. Second visit. If the player's party and boxes are full when blah 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 blah. Sorry, I'm trying to like figure out when do I actually get the... When do I actually get to come back and catch this thing? I guess now we're going fighting the champions, so we better get ourselves sorted out here. So if I remember from... I remember that the if I try to remember the Pokemon he definitely has Charizard. We picked Grookey at the start, so have a good day, Empolo. I hope the workday treats you well. So if I remember correctly, since we picked Grookey and since Hop has got Sobble, then he's going to have also Cinderace, so another fire type, which is okay to deal with. I remember him having... He definitely has Aegislash, I remember that. And he has... he definitely has Aegislash, and he has the Dragon Ghost one, Dragapult. Then the other two... I can't remember what the other two Pokemon are that he has. I think he has that one Haxorus as well. So, I'm not sure. I think he has like that one Haxorus too. So I think like for what do we want to use against because I think if I remember correctly, Aegislash is like the opener. Like, do we just go with like with Big Cock? Is that what we go with? To be honest, I think we like no, that's not what I wanted to do. I'm going crazy. I think to be honest, what I want to do is I want to go with Anakitten up front to be able to use like to be able to just like take out the Aegislash with either Darkest Lariat or something, or at least be able to intimidate it. Then again for Dragapult, I think we take Super Nanny again to be able to have like Ice Shard Flinch, hopefully. I think we need Big Cock just because of like it being like the highest level Pokemon that we have. And Big Cock will be good against a lot of things, actually, to be honest. It might be worth, like, I think we need to take Kingpin too, to be honest. Like, we take Kingpin, I think, instead of Boomer the dog, because I think Boomer the dog's HP just isn't good enough. And then, like, Ixion is just good to have, but is there much point in having Girth Brooks? I think it's very hard to justify having Girth Brooks in the party, because like Grass just against the team that Leon has, I just don't think that it's gonna end up being very. I just don't think that it's gonna end up that he's gonna end up being very, very useful, to be honest. Well, no, that would be the 6, isn't it? So it would be like Aegislash and then. Yeah, so I think this is it. So wait a second. For Aegislash, we try Anakitten. I think we try and use Fire Fang to flinch and to flinch and burn, hopefully. Then we have Super Nanny for access to Ice Shard and Earthquake. We saw how powerful that can be. We have Kingpin just for coverage here. We have Ixion, we have Myrtle, and we have Big Cock. How can we lose when we have Big Cock? Okay, so what about items here? Big Cock doesn't have a held item, so I think we give Big Cock a scope lens. Okay, this is the party, everyone. Alright, I think we are as ready as we're ever going to be honest. At last, the final match, Challenger Zodiac. Let's see, let's have a look at these Pokemon here. They're all healed up, everyone's doing well. I think we just give it a go. Like, I think I'm under-leveled for this, so I think it'll be hard, but where the hell is the, just gonna say, where the hell is the fucking stadium? It's this one, isn't it? I'm just gonna have a look here in the Pokemon Center to see like what kind of TMs they have. Oh, wait a second. What about the Life Orb? Fire Punch, Ice Punch, Thunder Punch, Drain Punch. Like that, they could be good. Hyper Beam, Giga Impact. That could all be really good. Fire Punch, Ice Punch, Thunder Punch. I don't think so, but Drain Punch is kind of like tempting, I'll be honest. Like 75 power? Like, would I prefer Drain Punch to... I'm gonna get Drain Punch on the off chance that Big Cock can learn it, because that like coaching attack that Big Cock has, I'm never going to use. So let's have a look here. Okay, so Big Cock can't learn it. Is there anything we want to teach anybody before we head into this? Because, like, that coaching attack that Big Cock has, we're never going to use it. Like, Focus Blast could be useful, but I don't want to rely on it, is the thing. Is Superpower not, like, objectively just better than Close Combat? Probably not, right? I'm just looking at, like, what Big Cock can learn. Bulk Up, like, that could be good as well. There's a lot to be said, actually, maybe, for having the Life Orb on Big Cock and just trying to, like, smoke it from the very beginning. But I don't think we can because he has too many Pokemon that, like, resist us. Heat Crash? No. Flamethrower? No. Nope, there's nothing we want to teach. And are there any other, like, TMs that we can buy here? I thought that there were. I thought there were, like, other TMs we could buy. Maybe, like, out here? Maybe? Or are these just, like, for show? Alright. Well, look, I think we save. And we just do our best. Like, actually, do you know what? I am going to give the Life Orb. Where is it? Give to a Pokemon. Give to Big Cock. And I have these, I have these rare candies and HP ups and things. I might as well use them as well. Just because when else am I going to use them, right? So wait a second. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we could like give one to everybody and get them up to like level... Oh, at least they're all up at like level 56 then. And then give one final one to... Like, if we think about it, Charizard, who are we going to be using again? I presume we're going to end up using Myrtle against Charizard. Okay, and then HP up we give to Kingpin, I guess. Iron we give to... we give to Ixion so that Thingamabob works better. And special defense we give to Kingpin. I think that's the... Oh, we have those feathers. They do the same thing, don't they? Muscle Feather raises the attack. We give to Super Nanny. Genius Feather raises the special attack. We give to Myrtle. Okay, that was relatively easy. Okay, now do we need to actually heal them again after using the HP up? No, it's okay. Okay, now we save. Sorry, I just know that this is going to be a tough battle. Like, I've done this battle before. Like, and... It's not in the same league as Cynthia. Like, I think like, Cynthia in the, not even in the Bug Catcher run. Like, I like, Cynthia went well in the Bug Catcher run. But, like, Cynthia in oh, I need to go talk to the stupid guy at the counter first. Because I'm not allowed to wear my cool clothes to become the champion, you know? I have to wear this stupid, like, ass uniform that literally says ass on the back of it. But yeah, like, Cynthia in Shining Diamond, Brilliant Pearl, or whatever those two games are called, I have, like, a lot of misgivings about them. Like, Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Like, a lot of misgivings. But, that being said... They are, like, they have, like, a really good, challenging Elite Four and Champion. Like, that is tough. Like, if I think of that being a kid's game, technically, like, and by kid's game, I don't mean that it's, like, should only be played by kids. I mean, should be accessible to kids as well. I struggled with that Elite Four and with Cynthia. And, like, I had a strong team. I had, like, my team for doing that fight was, like, Bastiodon, Togekiss. I played with all my favorites. I had Togekiss, Bastiodon, Honchkrow. Like, I had, like, I had Torterra. Who else did I have? I'm trying to think. I remember I took a picture of it at the time. But, like, I had strong Pokemon with good movesets. I know my way around a Pokemon game. And, like, not just the champion, but each of the Elite Four in that game, they're tough. Like, they have good strategies, they have good AI, they're not easy, you know? And then, like, Cynthia, like, I beat her first try, but barely beat her. Like, it was a war of attrition, like, right at the end to actually take out her Garchomp. It was, like, tough. She is tough as nails, you know? This is another reason I wanted to bring out Anakitten, was to have access to Intimidate. So now what I'm hoping is that I'll be able to either flinch or burn this thing. King's Shield, what does that even do again? Oh, it's just Protect, isn't it? What does that do? No, don't do that. Okay, we're not getting off to a very lucky start here. We're definitely not getting off to a very lucky start here. Like, can he just use, like, King's Shield now, right all straight away again? No, thankfully. That was really unlucky that I missed him with that first one. Now, are you going to please flinch? Because I'd be really happy if you did. No, you're not. You're just going to kill me. This is not a very good start. What do we do here? I think we bring out Ixion, do we? And just use whole horsepower. Like, Ixion is, like, one of those Pokemon that I'm really happy to have in my team, because she just, like, is reliable and has good, like, good type coverage and good attacks. Like, between, like, whole horsepower and body press and mega kick, we just have access to good attacks. Like there, that's a good example. So now we're 1 for 1, right? Seismitoad? What the fuck do I use against this thing? Like, I suppose we could use Super Nanny and Ice Fang. But, like, it's a risk because I'm weak against water. I think we go with Myrtle. Like, I think Myrtle is the choice, right? At least then we're able to use Dragon Rush. Like, depending on how this goes, like, depending on what this thing does to me now, I might even take the opportunity to revive, I might even take the opportunity to max revive Ixion, just depending on how, because this thing mightn't be able to do very much to me. It depends. Okay, so I'm happy enough with that damage, to be honest. I'm not worried about Toxic, I can always full restore in a pinch, but... So Liquidation, I'm not worried about really at all, so... That just proves to me that this thing can't really do very much, so if this doesn't take it out, okay, great. So good opportunity now to max revive, Anakitten. Sorry, like, this always happens in these kind of, like, battles, in these kind of battles where, okay, let's see, how much does this do? Okay, I need to, like, full restore now. He doesn't seem to want to full restore that thing, so I'm not that worried. This is the other thing, like, you can't, like, you saw with Raihan's AI and now Leon's as well. They're not really you can't really bait them into using full restore as much. Like any other trainer with they have like a very simple AI script, which is probably like which is probably like, oh, is it like your first attack? Okay, well then you use this. Then you use whatever's super effective or whatever is like going to do the most damage, or blah 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 blah, right? If you get down to red health, then they use a full restore or a max potion or something, right? But they're obviously, like, Leon's is obviously like not as easily baited, if you know what I mean. Now Haxorus I'm a little worried about. I think we go with Kingpin here. Just because this is like an attack heavy Pokemon. I think if we like defensive wall it, then we're going to be doing well. Now I could have gone for Ice Shard actually with Super Nanny. Well, that's our plan B. At least we're in a kind of a good enough spot now with okay, so do we go for Iron Tail or do we just like go all out with Head Smash? I think we go with Iron Tail. What the hell? Oh my god, thank you. We only survived because of our weight. Okay, that was good. So if I do like another one of them, if I'm able to survive another Earthquake. Phew, please hit Kingpin. No, that was like the worst thing that could have happened. Well, no, the worst thing that could have happened is I could have got a crit. He could have critted me. Like, I probably could have baited an Earthquake and swapped to Myrtle is probably what I could have done as an alternative. Okay, now we just have to, like, not crit and then land the Iron Tail. That's all we need to do. Okay. Kingpin, you got this. It's so satisfying. Alright, I'm happy with how this is going. We've already got 3 of them down. Cinder Ace. Switch. I think Myrtle. I think we try Myrtle and we see how it goes. We see what Aqua Tail's able to do to this guy. Because the thing is, what's this thing going to have? Fire attacks, fighting attacks, normal attacks, whatever. None of them are going to do very much against me, I don't think. So I want to see how much Aqua Tail does first. Like, that could be bad, actually. How much is this going to do? Ooh, that's nice. Okay, that's worth a max potion. My Zodiac team, I'm so proud of them. Like, I love these kind of, like... I'm really starting to love these kind of challenge runs where you just kind of, like, challenge yourself to use a very specific kind of team. And... like, one of the reasons is because, like, you end up, like, not gravitating towards the same Pokemon and the same, like, strategies that you've always used, you know? I always like a lot of variety when I'm playing Pokemon. Like, I never like to just, like, stick to the same thing, if you know what I mean, over and over again. Kingpin grew to level 58, not bad. Anakitten as well. Flare Blitz! Ooh. Not that that's going to end up being useful, but it's still nice to have. But, like, I've always liked variety. I'm not the kind of person who always feels like I need to use, like, the, Are we going to be faster than this thing with Myrtle? Like, I'm wondering. I think we stick with Super Nanny and we just try the... We try Ice Shard. Like, it's not going to take it out, but, like, I might flinch it. That's the thing. Or do we go with Ice Fang, which can flinch or leave it frozen? I think we try Ice Shard, because there's no way we're going to be faster than this thing. It's just never going to happen. Like, that did good damage. Flamethrower is not good. That is not what I wanted to see. Ooh, nice one. I think we go with Ice Shard again, just to get the damage in. I prefer him to, like, well, no, actually, this thing can be, like, a bit of a pain, to be honest. Like, this can be, like, this guy can be a little bit of a toughie. Like, is this the point where we maybe try and... Like, I wonder whether he's going... like... He's either going to full restore, because he hasn't used one yet. He's either going to full restore, or he's going to kill me. Either way, Thunder Wave is going to be good. Okay, no Dragon Breath. Sorry, Myrtle. Time to go moan in the U-bend. Okay, so what do we do now? I think we go with Anakitten. Like, Anakitten I don't think is... Well, is this thing fast? I don't really know enough about this Pokemon because I've never actually used it, to be honest. But, like, I can't remember whether this is, like, a fast Pokemon or not. Okay, so hope this won't kill us, I don't think. It'll do a bit, but it won't kill us. And then we'll be able to use Darkest Lariat. Now, I kind of have a bit of a crazy strategy idea here. Hear me out, right? He's going to use Charizard. My strategy here is going to be to swap to Kingpin. It feels awful doing this, but my strategy here is going to be to swap to Kingpin. I think Kingpin did a great job taking out Haxorus, and we've loved Kingpin for this entire Let's Play. Kingpin now needs to do a Gallop and needs to self-sacrifice. Because I think what we want to do here is we want to max revive Myrtle. Because Myrtle is going to be the thing I want to use in the to really like take this thing out. Myrtle is the one that I want to Dynamax. I feel like this is going better than like my first than like in the Let's Play. I feel like in the Let's Play he got me on the ropes with some Pokemon or the other. I feel it was either Dragapult or Haxorus. And like... And things started to go to hell in a handbasket. Oh my god, poor Kingpin. Don't watch. I can't watch. I can't watch this happen to my beautiful Kingpin. The snake of my Zodiac team. So at least actually that doesn't cause Sunny Day, right? Wildfire doesn't actually like cause it to become sunny. So that means I can go ahead and use the water type one without worrying. Okay, time to Dynamax. Max Geyser. What's gonna do the most? Max Geyser, Max Lightning. Like, the other benefit of this is that it'll make it rain. Myrtle's gonna make it rain. Moaning Myrtle is right. Before I met her, she was just Myrtle and still alive. Oh my god. Look how beautiful she is, though. Your sweat is so shiny and beautiful. Okay, that's not great. Oh, thank you. Thing is, he only has like one more turn left, I think. Isn't it like 3 turns of Dynamax that you get? Okay, just one more. If we can just like survive Max Rockfall once and use Max Geyser. Oh, but we can't. Fuck him. I don't know if we can survive this or not. I prefer to like heal up. I'm gonna max potion. Because I prefer to heal up, maybe. Yeah, see, I don't think I would have survived this, is what my concern is. It's because of that, like, the wildfire's kind of like fire spin effect is what the problem was. Now, are you going to go back to being a normal Charizard now? Yes, you are. Okay, I think I can, like, safely... I'm going to try and, like, safely do Max Geyser. Yes, Myrtle! You crazy bitch, you did it! After all, like, after all of the hard times, the tough times when you were a Dratini and a Dragonair that didn't get much exposure because you weren't very powerful, you know, and everyone else was. You just pull it out of the bag. And you know what? I'm really happy that I beat, like, Leon with a team that was, like, a couple of levels lower, and I didn't actually utilize Big Cock, the level 71 Blaziken or whatever. It just didn't make sense at any point to whip it out, you know? I'd whip out Big Cock for Raihan in a heartbeat, but Leon? No. Sloppy second. Conan can have him. Oh, that was really good. I feel really, really happy about it. Like, I feel really happy about how that went. That was so fun. My Zodiac team did it. Oh, that was so fun. And it was good. It was enjoyable. I feel almost like that went almost better than it did in the, when I did, like, the Pokemon Shield Let's Play. I feel like that was even better. Like, I seem to remember that in, like, the Pokemon Shield Let's Play, for some reason, there was, like, a point where it got, like, really hard or something. Or he just kind of, like, got me on the back foot or something. I am the new champion, Zodiac. This is, like, the alternate timeline where instead of becoming a serial killer, I just become, like, I just become the Galarian champion. Improving the here and now, that's the kind of thinking that got Chairman Rose in trouble. We just want to have fun and battle Pokemon. Oh, all the rivals, all the great rivals that are in this game. Where's Boss Nass? Is he going to hold up the orb and shout peace to finish the game? If he doesn't, then I will. Peace! Peace! Oh my god. Alright, we have finished this series. This is so cool. It feels really great to finish this one because it was like such a long time coming, I guess, because like I was talking about this like I said earlier, I started my Let's Play of Pokemon Shield in like September 2020, right? And that Let's Play, I suppose, that was a long Let's Play because I did all of the DLC stuff as well. But, like, it was already, during that Let's Play that I started talking about the idea of, like, playing Pokemon Shield with, like, a team, a team where each of my members was, like, where I had like a Pokemon for each member of like the Zodiac or whatever, like, and you could almost call it the Jackie Chan Adventures run or whatever. So I was like talking about that non-stop even during that Let's Play. So I knew it was something that I wanted to do, you know. So like, and I thought it was like the perfect thing to do as a stream instead of I'm glad that I did it as a stream instead of a Let's Play, because there was so much stuff in this like playthrough which is fun to stream but not fun to Let's Play, and I think it's a good example of like what works well on stream and what doesn't, you know. Like I think like the fact that I had to do so much like whatever it's called, Wonder Trade. It's not called Wonder Trade, but I'll call it that, you know. There was so much like Wonder Trade and things like that of like trying to find specific Pokemon I could only get that way. There was the Max Raid Adventure stuff that I needed to do. Like there was just stuff like that that made sense to do as on stream, where you have like the interaction of people there rather than like being like recording it here myself, you know. As well as like the fact that, you know, I was kind of like skipping the story. So like when you're kind of like skipping the story and the text because you've Let's Played it already, it's kind of fun to have the audience there to at least interact with and things like that. So it was I'm really glad that I did this as a streaming series, and we've got it done in 7 streams, you know, so how bad. What comes next in terms of streaming? Streaming is something that's like extremely challenging to do consistently at the moment. Like with the way my life routine is after changing, it's very hard to consistently have like a slot that I can stream at. So I'm not sure whether I'll be like starting another series right away until I know that I can more regularly keep up with it. And that's like one of the reasons why, even though now it's like a weird time for me to be streaming, it's like in the morning time here, I kind of wanted to do this in order to just kind of like close off this series and be able to enjoy the finale of it or whatever. Because I'll be honest, I don't know when I'll get the opportunity to stream again next, let alone in the evening time, you know. So yeah, I think we'll see how it goes. I've got like a couple of things that I think might be nice on stream. Like I think even like I've been even other Pokemon stuff. But that's the thing, like I don't have like too much Pokemon stuff going on at the same time, and I really feel like in terms of like a next Let's Play, I really kind of feel like doing another Pokemon game. Like there's so many Pokemon games that I'd love to do. Like if I think of it, like I'd love to do Pokemon Coliseum, I'd love to do Legends Arceus, I'd love to do new Pokemon Snap, I'd love to do Pokemon Sapphire. Then there's like all like the challenge runs that I've been thinking would be cool to try. Like I still like to do the Dunsparce solo run of Pokemon Silver. I'd still like to do the Bird Keeper run of Pokemon Sapphire or Pokemon Emerald, depending. I'd still like to do the cat Pokemon run of Pokemon Shield, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I've played enough Pokemon Shield now for a long time, you know, until like in a couple of years I decide to come back to it or something. There's also like the pink Pokemon run I had an idea of in like either Gen 1 or Gen 2. I'd also like to just maybe do like another Gen 1 game, like I don't know, there's something about like the Generation 1 games that I just enjoy Let's Playing and playing so much. But I don't know, there's like a lot of stuff that I'm thinking of doing, so I'm not sure whether my next streaming series will be a Pokemon game. I think it's more likely that my next Let's Play might be a Pokemon game, but yeah, I'm not sure. There's like other stuff we could try and do on stream and things like that, so I'm not worried. I'm sure I'll find something, but it is nice to have like one kind of ongoing series that I'm just able to like come back to. Like I enjoyed Pokemon. I enjoyed having Skyward Sword for that, and I really enjoyed doing that series as well. And I don't know, maybe I'll do something crazy, like I don't know, like maybe go back to one of the Zelda games and do like a 3-hour run, or maybe go back to oh god, my screen is dimming. Maybe go back to like even like Mario Sunshine or Wind Waker or something like that. Like it'd be fun to go back to one of those things. So anyway, I think we're about to like finish stuff off here. So I'm going to say thank you to everybody, those that are here, those who couldn't be here, everybody who's like supported and been here for this series. It's been a fantastic series that I've been really happy with and really proud of. So yeah, thank you very much for joining, and I'll see you next time. Bye now.